Hello, everyone. Excuse me. My throat. This is why I don't want to stream just when I woke up because my throat isn't that open yet. But well, maybe I guess it's a blessing in disguise that there aren't that many jurors, or none at all, to be honest. Second, I'm gonna switch my camera. Because my camera is in that like kind of flimsy little clip thing, and I have a TV monitor, not the usual kind of monitor, so it's not exactly the right circumference for the clip to grab on. But let us just go. Oh, part 2. Okay. I was wondering why it said part 1 the last time. Okay, back to Van Zeeks. Oh shit, it's here music. Fuck. In her name of Her Majesty the Queen, I declare this court to be in session again. Second, my mic is being. There we go. We resume the closed court of the hearing of Earl Van Zeeks, here present, who stands accused of murder. Now then, Prosecutor Asogi. My lord. Have you summoned the witnesses as requested? Yes, the 2 members of the Red-Headed League who planned and carried out the deception. They arrived not long ago from the local prison by police carriage. Very good. Bailiff, usher the 2 men into the courtroom. He's a spaghetti! These 2 men are currently being held by the police on suspicion of attempted extortion. You may omit your occupations, but state your names now for the court. Why? Van Zeeks didn't do that for like the baddies from the last case of the first game. Let them say what they are. I am Fabien de Rousseau. I am descendant of the great Rousseau family from Nice in France. Nice are nice. It's me, your name is Peppino de Rossi. I thought I was gonna say Peruna. I'm a 3rd son of the great family de Rossi. The landowners from Napoli. The 2 men first became acquainted at the boarding school for European nobility. Their nobility? Well, I guess that's why they have an accent. It's also graduated from Gen Z as the future leaders of Europe. But, do you have any idea how boring it is to be born with noble blood? Tell it to Van Zeeks, man. He's living the life. Shit, the moment I said that, it made me think. Alos! I make it my mission to get the better of the world by employing the little grey cells of my brain. No, you don't have brain cells. You do not look like the man that has brain cells. That is all I am trying to do. So, that's the only reason for this whole grand deception you've been carrying out? So it's just basically mischief. Oi! Or wait, we? I don't know. I kind of want to say that's oi instead of we. You could say that. Not bad, eh? He has a great ideals, but a petty plans. This strange combination is the charm of the hilarious. Fucking dumbasses. See? Tapo? Listen to me, Peppino. I have 2 things I say to you. Are you about to tell me your candy accent anecdote? Viva! Firstly, I want you to stop calling me this cop. And secondly, we are not the hilarious brothers. This is serious business. Shut up! There it is! The Capus Triumpacado! The furrowed brow! It doesn't seem like he's unfurrowing it anytime soon. It's deep, Capo. The furrows of the meaning of your words. The court has been led to believe that under the banner of the Red-Headed League, you have conspired to swindle money from unsuspecting members of the public. This is true. Oui, Siska. And what exactly was the nature of this deception by which you plan to defraud? Hello, I will explain it. No, Capo! Leave it to me! Oh shit. As you see, we have the VV red hair. No, is that natural? At school, we were teased for it without pity. The Capo here, he has many times behind the skill house, crying like the Trevi Fountain. Those dogs, what they even begin is make us red heads. Every night he would bury his head in a pillow. Suspend, Peppino. Enough. I will explain the rest. The first step was the newspaper advertisement. You did that! About 1 week before the plan was put into operation, we listed the same notice in every paper in London. Yes, we saw that notice. It was this one, I believe, entitled To the Red-Headed League. Hey, Siska, I am honored that you have seen it. It states that the only condition for joining the league is having flame-colored hair. And that if you satisfy the interview panel and are admitted into the league, you could receive a weekly income of £4. On the date specified, red-headed hopefuls gathered in droves at the park specified in the advertisement. And from each person present, this pair took an application fee of 5 shillings. Ah. And with the money, to France! It was a plan was delicate, no? No, it was most dishonorable. But, to be frank, I'm stunned anybody was foolish enough to be taken in by such an obvious trick. Sherlock in the fucking courtroom's coughing. I'm in the gallery. The park was described by one witness as choked with red-headed folk, like a coaster's orange burrows. And the day on which all these men gathered to apply was the day before the victim was discovered. Crucially, these two men spoke face to face with every single person present that day. Oui, I have seen more red-headed people in the days than I have seen in the rest of my life. See, and now, every time I see a Capo's hair, I feel sick to my stomach. Anyway, what have you been summoned here today? Sorry? The date for a trial was not until tomorrow, I was told. Naturally, neither of these men have been told any details about this trial. What? Alright. Right, closed case. Closeted case? Closed court. Wait, I want to see their profiles. 1 sec. He's 25? Wait, what's that on his neck? I just noticed that thing on his neck. It's kind of like with the fucking... Why did they have the same? Esogi, answer me. Why did they have the same thing on their neck? A fraudster who was caught by Mr. Scholes and the rest of the... Jeez, just face. Are you somehow related to no, not Scholes. Shakespeare. The lackey of the Rousseau. Of Deleuze. The third son of a great Italian landowner. Third son. We didn't say anything about a third son. They've only been shown this photograph. Very good. Hi, CFOs! Hello! Apologies, I have been, I fell asleep. I overslept. I was hearing voices again, like, as I was asleep, people were being loud and speaking up, and I was like, what time is it? Is it like 8 p.m.? Because my usual stream time is 11 p.m. And then I take a look at my fucking phone, and it's apparently 10:50 p.m. Yeah, I properly passed out there. I have no idea why. I think it's because the rain. Whenever it's colder, I just doze off into the next century. So, Mr. de Rousseau and Mr. de Rossi, you will now give your formal testimony for the court. And on the subject of the gentleman pictured in this photograph. Of course, we are always ready to help with the law. Okay, I will admit, these two are fun to voice. We had more than 1,000 red-headed people assemble in the park on Lime Street that day. But I don't really recall a man in this photograph. Eh, no, I don't remember him. Obviously, he's dead now, but I assure you, he was not in the park. Allora, is the victim nothing to do with us? That fucking jump is such a Super Mario jump. They are so... Capcom, tread carefully. You have a lot to answer for, Pepino. Is it your fault that we got caught in the first place? His old Soja eyes and he's slay. I was gonna say... When I looked at his profile, it's like, are you somehow related to Shakespeare? Because listen, the eyes! Hello, titties. Hey, baby girl, come here often? You've given sworn testimony that this man in the photograph was not present. Can you be certain? I am quite certain. We did not interview this man. He reminds me of Sham, right? Oh man, they get along in prison. Nobody looking like a disc came in the park. This I can promise. It must be noted that you have been arrested for a grand deception, however. Accordingly, this court has little confidence in your assurances. Then why do we have them here? Oofa! With this attitude, we get nowhere. He's really a soaker now. Fuck you, Ryunosuke. Did I feel like if you had an eye catcher whenever man sings it? I was gonna say, how do you get eye trackers? Because I will say I have thought of that. But also, how do you like do eye catchers? Can you just do it with a phone? Or do you need like special materials for that? Or materials? What is this, an RPG? Special equipment, I mean, for that, because there's something about saying Kazuma and then this clown as background music that's just killing me here. Yeah, oh, well, sadly, sad. This confidential document was obtained directly from Scotland Yard. It records an entry from the inspector's private diary dated the day before the incident. It reads, Lime Street, Red-Headed League, undercover. Jeez, what a man with rare earth. I mean, yo folks, are you looking at this man in front of my screen right now? Like, his clothes! He might as well not be wearing anything! Ah! I have the answer! Maybe there is another similar event in the park on the day in question, eh? That is ridiculous. There's no question that Inspector Gregson was investigating the Red-Headed League, which means it's quite possible that when he was killed. Very well, the defense may proceed with the cross-examination now. Ah, yes, my lord. Van Zieks hasn't said anything since his first testimony, bitch! Speak Even though it's gonna kill my throat, we're gonna have to go between you and Kazuma. I'm just gonna press everything. Nothing stood out of their statements, to be honest. 1,000 people. That's a very big crowd. It was quite a spectacle. Reddits had come from all over the capital. See, the capo here, he has it magnetismo, animale, eh? Nobody else can attract so many people. If I could be born again, I would be the capo. Those people wanted was many, Pepino. They 4 pounds per week. Are you suggesting that you spoke personally with all the 1,000 applicants? So we did, because every one of them paid us 5 shillings. We take their names, and we take their money, and we take their addresses as well. Ooh. Did you write that down? Give. Then I tell them we take some of this and let them know by a post. E finito. Maybe 2 minuti a person. We start early in the morning and we stop late in the night. So, you earn 5,000 shillings in one day? That is worth fortune. Who'd have thought there were 1,000 more such gullible redheads in London to start with? Kazuma is just, white people are idiots. And I love that for him. One of whom was the great detective with a chemically altered hair, and because of that, I take a sippy. Do you have a list? Of like the names and addresses and shit? He doesn't look at all familiar. No, I don't think so. And this is a wig. He was trying to trick us. I do not like the people who are trying to trick the other people. Says the con artist. If between them they interviewed 1,000 people with red hair, it would be unreasonable to expect them to remember every face. No, senor. I may be small, but my memory is very large. I never forget a thing. In my opinion, I do not think this man was in the park. Are you sure? How trustworthy are you? But he's not going to give the court a definite, it seems. Eh, capo? You didn't see a man like this, huh? But according to what you've said, you spoke with 1,000 or more people that day. That's true. My eyes were burning the end of the day. Surely then, you can actually remember every single face? How are you so certain that this particular man wasn't present? Normally, the redhead is very distinctive, eh? But not when you have 1,000 redheads crowding around. That it is just an eyesore. But if there was some other information you could give us, maybe we would recall. That is not the line, Pippi. Remember, we do not remember him. Are we sure of that fact? Ah, you're hiding something, you little piece of shit. Oh, and oh! That's weird. His model doesn't show like the red line that's around his portrait. The same one that this guy has, so that's definitely something to do with it. If there was a man with a red hairpiece and his mustache is not much the color, then I do not think I would have forgotten it. Kazuma said these two had only been shown that photograph and they had been told nothing else at all. But what if I fed them just one other detail about the victim, for example? Fish and chips! There's fish and chips! Oh, wait. What is happening with my game? Or I don't know if it's my game or if it's my computer because I did some kind of weird shit with it. And ever since then, it's been acting kind of slow. But let's ask about his fish and chips. I can certainly appreciate that just knowing Just though the man had red hair wouldn't help you remember the situation. But what if I told you that that man was always munching on a packet of fish and chips? Do you remember a man who was eating incessantly? Not really. I was looking only at the ends of the applicants. I would have noticed the fish and chips any more than the caviar and smoked salmon. Oh, the spaghetti! Me, I love the spaghetti. Really? I had no idea. Tell them again what you said before, Pepito. See, Capo, see! I said it again and again. These two fuckers are trying to like hide something. But we only have your word for that. See, but what else can we do, huh? Wait, what is this face? Oh, there you go. You see the red line. What is wrong with this? What is wrong with this face? It doesn't seem right. True. Uffa! We are not having much fun these days. First we are arrested, then we are shown a horrible picture of a dead man. I wonder. Oh. Wait, the picture. It didn't show his neck, surely. Yeah, you don't see like the red line in his neck. And now you question every single thing we say. We are the victims here. Ay, tabo? No, you were caught carrying out a plot to swindle hundreds of innocent people. You had to bring that up, eh? It's not fair. Ay, tabo? I didn't really get anything else. Oh, I probably should have... Hi, Final! You are here for the Italian accent stream. I should have asked for his name. Oh no, I wasn't asking. I was providing them with something, so it doesn't help. Because saying that he's an investigator or saying his name won't really jog your memory. Hey, what do you mean by that? Cavolo! You promised not to say, eh, Cabo? After we had taken all the bodies that day, we should have left the country. That was my plan. Wait, what was the German one? Was it the Bohemian boy? I left the purchasing of the ticket for the ferry to Dunkirk to my companion here. That was your first mistake. Yeah. But he bought them for the wrong day. Oops. Oh, was it Austrian? Oh yeah, it was the Bohemian boy, right? I won't lie, I don't know where that is in the world. See, but it's an easy mistake to make. And the first. I have no sympathy for you. Oh, German, Austria, oof, yeah, ooh, let's not, ooh, yeah, let's try not to go there. Let's not try and tread those waters, Final. We were all day late for the boat because of your stupidity. And it's only because of this that the so-called great red-headed detective caught us. And because of that, I have to drink. Capo, you know what I think? It's like if we called Indonesia or something, the same thing. Ooh, oh God! Final! Oh God! This is the work of God. It's a holy punishment, eh? Peppino, for the last time. This is not only punishment. This is only your fault. Ah! Don't blame God for your unholy mistakes. You are making me sick with anger. Oh, maybe I make a mistake, but when it's time to eat a pasta, no one is a pasta. And I've seen the evidence. They haven't told us much. They didn't already know. What do you think, Mr. Naruhodo? Well, if it was the inspector's diary, it seems likely that he must have gone to Lime Street that day. And yet, these two both claim they didn't see him. I have to say, they don't appear to be telling lies. Well, they are experts in deception, don't forget. Sounding plausible is their specialty. That may be lying simply to avoid being implicated in this case as well. Surely, if they were truly experts in deception, they wouldn't have been caught. Well, yes, you do have a point there. It seems to me like we need more information. Definitely! I pressed everything though. Maybe it's the one with like... Maybe I asked a different thing about fish and chips? His name doesn't really matter because... I mean, they did say that they took everyone's names, but... What the hell? G-Force, why? I'm literally in the middle of a stream, fuck off. I literally just installed the driver yesterday. Why are you already giving me an update? I'm saying there is a name then. I can certainly appreciate that you... but what if I told you that his name was Gregson? The man in the photograph is Monsieur Gregson? Yes. Names, they are boring. I do not listen to any of them. Oh. It's not a really interview. It was just for show. Why would I remember the names? That's right. This statistic. Fuck. So this is professional. I literally chose everything wrong. The man in the photograph was not there, as we have already said. I see. It seems there's little to be gained from pursuing this fight further. Fuck. I think that's also the reason why my computer is suddenly like infinitely more slower. Like I upgraded the drivers and suddenly my computer is chugging. Like no joke, it took my computer 10 minutes. I looked at the time because I pressed the power button at exactly 11 because you know I overslept, and it took over 10 minutes to fully boot up, like with Discord and everything. Shut up! Shut up, Final! Shut up! What if I told you when the headpiece is actually a detective? The man in the photograph is detective. Yes. It would appear you found your notice in the paper suspicious and decided to investigate incognito. I mean, I'd still need to do that though, even though... Yeah, I just need to buy an... Well, I don't know if this will actually fix it, considering I don't think having my graphics driver chug this slow is normal, considering the fact that I bought a whole ass graphics card for it. So I don't know what's wrong. I don't know, man. I don't know. I want to buy an SSD. That's one thing, but I don't know if that will actually help or anything. Yeah. I just want someone to fix it. Ah, sorry, Final still haven't been fixed. Sorry, but this... Fuck, really? How would I have gotten that? Like, I think I was just supposed to, right? Hi, Dart! Long time no see. Oh, but not the Ethernet. Oh, well, time to plug your phone into the Ethernet or to the browser. Hi, Dart! Long time no see. How was I supposed to know? When, like, there was no indication that the profession was what was gonna make the difference. Like, in my opinion, the fish and chips was more damning. Something to add, Mr. De Rossi. Also, was that the same voice? I feel like I've heard that chuto voice somewhere else before. Che? See, I'm always adding something. Parmesan, olive oil, pepper. Oh, well, I'm glad you're back, Darth. Did it go well? What I mean is, did you not agree with your friend's last remark by any chance? Eh? What did he just say about the detective? Yes, that. Keep your mouth shut, Pepito. You have said enough already. But why, Capo? Why is the problem? There was a man who said, I am an inspector of Scotland Yard. God damn. Good Lord, there's a box. Order! Explain this volte-face in your testimony with this. It's simple. A man who was at the park. There was no such bit. Excuse me? I had a burp. I wouldn't want to do what I did yesterday and burp into the mic. Maday, what are you saying, Capo? Have you forgotten it? I have forgotten nothing. Nobody likes this game to the park. Basta, Capo, basta! You beat me too many times, but not two. The memory and the meals. Shut up! That was so embarrassing, Final. Like I said, when it's time to eat a pasta, no one is a pasta. But you are inferior to me in every other way, so shut up. Oh, God damn it, for God? On God, really? Big old demon. The demon has been bonked. Ha! Oh man, I was just saying, if they did that like a split screen scenario where they just at the same time, I would have nutted. Interrupter, the damage is done. Indeed it is, sir. How much more fruitier has the game gotten? How much fruitier has the game gotten? Mm, 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 mm. It didn't get fruitier in the sense that a new fruity character was added. It got fruitier from the fact that Kazuma has his memory back and is being very his usual self around Ryunosuke. He is back to his bullshit on Ryunosuke. And the fact that Van Zeeks is also the defendant at the moment. So there's like some fruity business happening between Kazuma and Van Zeeks as well. So it's let's say a lemon was added. There was a man who came to the park and he said he was an inspector from Scotland Yard. However, he looked nothing like the man in the photograph. He was someone else. How can you be so sure? Because, to start with, his face was completely different. Okay, show a face then. See, it's true. The man who came was a younger. Who? His face was clean-shaven, his eyes were sadder, his chin was thinner. Do we know someone like that? No resemblance whatsoever then. Anyway, I was not going to be fooled. I took the obvious precaution and said to him, if you are really a detective, show us the proof. See, the capoeira, he does not take a nonsense, eh? But he was well prepared. He said he had identification. Identification? You mean... This just made me think, what if it was Van Zieks? Like, considering everything up to now and how this case is probably going to be set up, it's probably gonna give me like the most difficult contradictories to fight. Like, you know how in the last case of the first game, you literally had a picture of Gina holding the gun and pointing it at the pawnbroker. And like there's such like a locked room. So I'm just guessing, what if it was Van Zieks who acted like he was part of the Scotland Yard police just to add like salt into the wound, you little fucking stupid bat bitch. That is most unconvincing. Sorry, my lord? Counsel, no incognito inspector would offer his identification for inspection. It's quite out of the question. Definitely. Why would he expose his true identity? Clearly the papers were fake. Certo, capo, you are a genius. As we say in Italia, it takes a thief to recognize another, eh? And what happened after he announced that he was a detective? He became very annoying. Oh shit, this is the wrong cadence for reference. It became very annoying. He said, "You are under investigation." So I took his paper from him and chased him out of the park. Okay. Retcon whatever I said. That would be fucking hilarious if that was Van Zieks, but also unlikely. And also, they wouldn't know what Van Zieks looks like because it's kind of famous. It was fantastico! And look, here is the identification. So, you stole it from the man? He had it coming. He had us very scared. Hi, Choco! Good morning! I overslept. So the stream was an hour late because I overslept. But he was not who he said he was. Indeed, the person described does not appear to have behaved like a true inspector should. Oh man, what is this twitting happening, Choco? However, I believe it would be prudent for these identification papers to be entered into evidence. But I like them. Okay, no fight there. Now, let us return to the witness's testimony. Once in that... Well, I suppose that we should see what this inspector's identification looks like inside. There's no picture! What? Yes, it definitely looks fake, doesn't it? Out of interest, what is the name given? Probably just something plucked out of the air. It's... Tobias Gregson! What? This Scotland Yard insignia. It looks genuine to me. But how? And the department and identification number details are all correct as well. How do you know that, Susie? That's okay. Do what you will. Since when have you known those? Do you mean to say? I know it seems incredible, but yes. I think this is genuine identification book issued by Scotland Yard. It's true, she does know everything. But that's unbelievable. This is the real thing after all. Okay. So this is Gregson's real identification ID. But it wasn't Gregson that was there. So someone stole it. But who is the guy with a clean-shaven face, sadder eyes, and smaller chin that we know of? Not you. Is it him? But why would he need to... Are you saying he killed... I mean, yeah, that makes sense. He hasn't been in the case at all. But that doesn't... I still need to figure out the, like, mystery about why they have, like... I don't know, burns? Rashes? Bruises on their necks? So it's you! But why would you still So are you telling me that he killed Gregson before he even got to the park to steal his identification card? Okay. The victim has nothing to do with that. He was not in the park. I'm assuming you like present the identification card to that statement then? Yep. I wonder if I could ask you to examine this identification book very closely. Miss Lestrade? What? Gino is still there? Why Miss Lestrade? What is your intention here, Counsel? Is it really fake or is it genuine? That's the question, which we can't answer ourselves. Don't be ridiculous. No Scotland Yard detective would allow his or her identification to be stolen. Oh no, which only feeds into my theory. I'm sad! Why don't they have like a voice clip for Gina there? That is the bosses! No question about it! How do you know? It can't be! As expected. The undercover detective who attended the Red-Headed League's enrollment on the day in question. Yeah, because she like features prominently in the game, and she has like, and she's a recurring character. Why did like the Italian boy had, or is he a boy? He's 26. Anyway, the Italian had like a voice clip of like "Mata," but then like she doesn't. That's so weird. Was the real Inspector Gregson carrying out an incognito investigation? But that doesn't make sense. They just said he doesn't look anything like the picture. Oh, bye. Yeah, that's unfair. Does she not have like a voice actor at all listed anywhere? That's so bullshit. Oda? What if the boss had his notification stolen? I would have reported it straight away. I mean, it was always all me about it. At the list summit report at once, it say. Could it be then that the inspector was physically unable to report it? Physically? Aye? What did you say? Unable to... You're not suggesting. Also, I just noticed, is your head like really small? For some reason, why does your head look so small in this shot? Yes, it's quite possible that he was killed before he has a chance to report his identification stolen. No! Ooh! Oh! I love that pose! Oda! The defense persists that the victim was killed the day before his body was discovered at a different location. Do you two have anything to say about that? Rep, he passed out again. Oh god. I know nothing. I don't know nothing. It's up immediately. Good to know he recovers that fast. Pull yourself together, Pepino. Mundu, you can behave a little more like a master criminal than that, non? Now I wish I had a return to Italia. Stop crying, Pepino, please. Otherwise, oh no! Well Like, stop your woman act and start to whine and start talking. Well, I believe I got. I know nothing away. I've done nothing away. But you will tell everything, or face the worst possible outcome. Fuck. I think only Choco will know this, but the fact that he stopped a crybaby mid-cry to get to the point lines up with what we were typing in the group chat, to be honest, about, another child that we were talking about in the group chat that was a crybaby. I was just saying, this is how he's gonna deal with it if he ever does that. He like slams his fist on the table and like, stop crying, you piece of shit. You will dry your eyes and testify again about these identification papers and the precise circumstances under which you came by them. Kazuma would be a horrible parent, I'm just saying. For crying out loud. He would. But then Van Zeeks would probably be a great dad, I'm just saying. Oh, they're both crying! I feel bad now! Is this Mexican prisoner? And kept imprisoned at our secret hideout. What? Illegal detention? Even though I didn't think it was a detective, I was too scared to let him go Sante, just in case. I think the best identification from him, but shut him in the next room 2 hours. Yeah, he's very cute. Oh, not the great thing. Yeah, they're kind of cute together. Oh, the mark on his neck is gone. Oh wait, is that really the mark? Survived the digital tussle, but we didn't know on. And the next morning, we let him go. He spent the night in the room and it was something like prison really well. This is outrageous! You imprisoned the man! But no, see! No! It's not like a prison! I see a post! Sorry, I didn't mean it. It was a very comfortable and calm and happy. A couple? It was never supposed to be planned! I swear it! Well, he's recovered. So you think it was my fault, eh? Just because I got the date of the fairy wrong and one little day. I do not think it was your fault, Pepino. I do it. No. Per favor, capo. It's not fair. You shall have plenty of time for squabbling back at the prison, gentlemen. I don't believe this. How could he have been a real detective? Counsel for the defense, proceed with the cross-examination. So, on the day before the incident, Gregson spent the night confined in the pair's hide. I don't think it was Gregson. That's my running theory. I don't think it was Gregson, the one they caught. Because they specifically said that he did look nothing like the guy in the picture. Though, considering the fact that they've been lying, I wonder if that's also a lie. But they gave a very specific, definition of him. Like, the sadder eyes, the smaller chin, and the fact that he was clean-shaven. So, I feel like... Do you realize what you're saying? You have to believe me! I never intended for that to happen! I'm sure, and I'm sure the detective did not intend it either! Do you think? But there was nothing else I could do! See! Nothing else! There was a first cry for the capo! He was at the end of his wits! I have told you before, Pepino, that is not the way to describe a criminal mastermind. What about this hideout of yours? In old empty house behind the park on Lime Street. He rented the place for 2 days. It was an inspired idea by the couple. An impulsive idea, I would say. No, not impulsive. Inspired. Kapo? What am I supposed to say to that, Pepino? And it was in that house described that you could find Inspector Gregson, was it? But you have to remember, it was under the impression that he was a pretender, not a real inspector. That doesn't quite add up, though. If you didn't think the man was a real inspector, there should have been no reason for him to take him prisoner, would there? No, you're right. But we couldn't be completely certain. Okay, that didn't really go what I was expecting it to say. I was too scared to learn from the case. Too scared? Why? Because! Why he come to the park? Why we didn't know? There was a chance that he didn't through my plan. Right now, no. I'm trying to get... Okay, I'll let my theorizing go to later. Let's just get through this. Then, if that was the case, he would go straight to a police station and blow the whistle on us. That is not the wrong fucking cadence for Italian. If it was just failing to be inspector, fuck, this is French again. Ah, shit, I lost it. I lost the Italian. Up to no good, eh? Without a doubt. I think most people would agree that it's you two who are up to no good. Well, see, you may be right. Kapo? The point is, we were not able to escape from England immediately. That is why we had no choice but to take the man prisoner. What I don't understand is why the inspector felt the need to show you his identification in the first place. See, I asked myself the same question. We were writing down the names and addresses of all the people who took 5 shillings from that day. I have forgotten what name he said, but the address it startled me. See, address, Scotland Yard, homicide division, he said. Fuck. What? He lives there? What? He probably didn't like your face, Pepino. Anyway, I was not rude. I politely asked him why he said that, why he had said it. And that's when he started to say he was an inspector. Not long afterwards, he took out his identification. What was Inspector Gregson playing at? Tell the court what happened next. You took him back to your hideout, you say? See, we did. That being his identification book here, correct? See, that is the one. What made you believe that it was forgery? I never seen a real one, of course. But he was so suspicious, this man. Allora, I was thinking, it must be a falso, Kapo? It is just as Pepino said. We were convinced it was not genuine. And so together, the hilarious brothers, we took the man captive. All we did was assume him inside the locked room. Then we made preparations to transport all of the money. That also lines up with what the lady was saying, like Evie. Oh, I realize now. I can't believe it took me that long to tie it together. The fact that there's a picture of Evie and the hideout, the murder location, the crime scene. Fuck. That should be my first fucking hint that it was the husband. Why am I an idiot like that? It literally took me to this place. Ah! In for a penny, in for a pound. Gonna be a little tussle. And that also lines up with what she said, that he went missing last night or yesterday. Would it have been yesterday or the day before by this time? What do you mean by a little tussle exactly? Duff! It was the thing, just a minor incident. The false inspector, he was a real piece of work, eh, capo? What happened? It was a disaster. We gave him a nice room, and what does he do? In the middle of the night, he tried to escape through the ventilator. Can you blame him? We chased him, then, sir, and we got him again. Can you blame us? Wait, you didn't shoot the man in your haste, did you? What do you think we are? Of course not! I simply caught hold of him again and took him back to the room. Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! This is a horrible face. Stop doing that. Mr. De Rossi, is something wrong? Hey? Me? Something Mr. De Rousseau just said seemed to take you, well, it seemed to make you act even more strangely than usual. What was that all about? Cavolo, at a time like this, you don't want to have the capo after you, I believe. And I speak from personal experience. Personal experience? That is enough, Pepino. There is no need to say more. The truth is, the night before we put the red-headed league plan into action, I was scared. It was not fair to the capo, but I tried to run away. It's a shame you didn't manage it. But the capo here, he came after me like the termite. He dragged me back to the house, kicking and screaming. And I have the bruises to prove it. Eh, capo? Wait, really? That is the bruise? The bruise around your neck? Bruises, you say? There it is. Hey! Do you see? I want to see my fantastic bruises. That is enough now, Pepino. No one wants to look at any part of you. What to do? I show you or I don't. I show you or I don't. Shut up! What is wrong with this guy? You do! Now! Ooh, yeah, jeez. Man, if only Kazuma commands Rionos get to strip like that. I'm just saying. Hello, if everyone wants to see it, then you do it. Jeez. Echo, you see? It's still a very visible, eh? That red ring around your neck. You got that when you were dragged back to the house? See, the capo sometimes is very rough, and I said that is enough. Okay, how did you do that? Pepino Snacky, fuck. Pepino Snacky is what we were talking about earlier. You and my word. Yes. What is your opinion, House? No, I want to know more about it. I have no idea. I'm going insane. But these guys are really fun to voice. I'll give them that. What is red ring around Mr. DeRosa's neck? I wonder, does it matter? It's important. I've seen it like two times now, so it's important. Mr. DeRosa, I might ask you to amend your testimony with the details about the mark around your neck. Ay, kapo! You see? Everyone is interested in what I say, huh? Very well, you will amend your testimony as requested, Mr. Jurasi. See, if you really want to know. How did he do that? That was like a noose or something around his neck. How? Are you saying that red mark was caused by... See, the big collar made from a leather? A leather collar? Exactly me. Is this true, Mr. DeRusso?
What? We had Saint Bernard at home when I was younger. Oh, you have a doggy. You have a puppy.
Yo, he a freak. I know, right? Like, I'm not here to king shame, man, but you have to ask for consent for that first.
It is a souvenir from that time with a very long chain.
A strong chain. Cause I was familiar with those. And you put that around your friend's neck?
I'm sorry! I was so angry that he was going to leave me alone. You did not have a tied a chain on a leg of a bed, though. I wouldn't have tried to run again.
You didn't do that to Inspector Grisham as well, did you?
Treat the people equal is the capoeira's motto.
Oh my god. What is his name again? They keep referring to him to his last name. What's his first name? Fabienne? Jesus, God. It's starting to sound a lot more like a prison all of a sudden.
The capo is tough, but the capo is rough. Oh. You asked for consent for those, dude. I shouldn't have done it.
So, the following morning, when you released the inspector,
he had a red ring around his neck, like a mine, like a me.
Wait, is that what they're trying to say here? I mean, it doesn't look like. I wouldn't believe him. He's the only one with the red ring around his neck. I was expecting him to be like another part of the conspiracy. But no one would fucking believe that he was an inspector. Unless he had like this, oh Jesus, oh Jesus. Unless he has better clothes. I'm still leaning towards Dali to be the one.
Pepino, Silver, leave it alone. Leave it now. And you know what? The capoeira, you don't want to tangle with him, eh? But for the inspector, it's not so bad. It's been the day that the dice it was landing like a breathing away.
You took away the man's freedom. However comfortable you make it sound, you were still holding him prisoner.
But if you say that, then I say it is. There is nothing that takes away our freedom too, the lack of money. We are a prisoner as well, eh? All of us.
Oh fuck, that is too fucking true for this time period. Sir, no, don't spit facts. You're in the early 1900s.
Huh? No money, no freedom. That is the truth. It makes me mad and it makes me sad. And what can we do?
Well, if you feel so disfranchised, take money to court. Though it'll cost you, of course.
Kazuha.
I fucking hate you sometimes, but also very in character for him. Remember the French thing?
There you have it. You see, that is why we need the Red-Headed League to fight for the justice.
Perhaps he has a point.
No, Mr. Naruhodo. All we did was give the man a comfortable place to sleep for the night. And you say it was a prison, huh? Huh?
Perhaps he has a point again.
Not again, Mr. Naruhodo. You should have heard the story. My die! If anyone was disturbed, it was us!
Not much to go on, really. Your testimony does make me wonder, you know. About the pocket watch belonged to the inspector, I mean. Yes. The one he treasured so much, apparently. If he was confined but not restrained, as the witnesses are implying, he would still have been able to wind his watch. It's very true, yes. So, did Inspector Gregson actually die while he was being held captive by these redheads? In which case, it is possible that these two young men are responsible for Inspector Gregson's... To be honest, I find it hard to believe. Aww, they're kinda cute when they're like this, when they aren't speaking. Perhaps we should try to find exactly what happened. Very wise, Mr. Naruto. Yes. Okay, how do I approach this now? We got this news that... Do I present the picture here and show the fact that he doesn't have like the red mark around his neck? Drag him back. Okay. Let's try that. Let's present the futu. Wait. Okay, yeah, I wasn't expecting this to be taken like literally yesterday or something, so there's no way he would have the red mark on his neck there. But also the other person that has the red mark is like that guy with the fucking infected lip. Okay, let's try. There we go. So, the day before the body was discovered, Inspector Gregson was taken prisoner while working incognito. No, it's not like that. It was certainly a prison. It was an invitation to stay. It was only. However you describe it, there's one glaring inconsistency that remains. What inconsistency is that, Counsel? I would ask the court to look closely at this photograph of the victim, Inspector Gregson. You will see that there is no red ring visible around his neck. Eh? But that because you just said. Excuse me, I need to burp before I call another tyrant. You just literally fucking said that he doesn't look anything. Or like the inspector you got or the one you talked to doesn't look anything like the one in the picture. So why are you surprised that it isn't him? We still haven't We still haven't talked about that. It was me who took the color of the bed in the morning. And I saw a red bruise on his neck, just like I have. No! Final enough! Given that the mark was clearly visible on his witness's neck, we'd expect to see burning bruises on the victim. Bruising even, not burning, it wasn't on fire. Who was put in the collar more recently than Mr. De Rossi. Indeed, this was peculiar. But what do we tell you, we said this from the beginning, many times. Uy, Pepino is right. The man in the photograph is somewhat different from the man with captives at night. It's just animation. Okay, so we finally... Order! It will appear then that on the day before the incident, the man who visited the park on Lime Street posing as an incognito inspector was not Inspector Gregson at all, but it still stands the fact that he has his ID. If that's true, however, how do you explain the inspector's identification? Good on you, Ryunosuke, finally. You're just like me for real. This is a genuine identification book issued by Scotland Yard. It's inconceivable that someone would have stolen such an important item from the inspector. The prosecution made that assertion itself. Eat shit! You made your bad lay on it, Kazuma. And we also know that the inspector had made a note about the red-headed league in his diary for that day, which surely means he can't divorce the two events completely. The inconsistency noted by the defense is most troubling. If it were the real Inspector Gregson who these two red-headed gentlemen encountered, the fact that no bruising had been seen around his neck defies explanation. Ooh, this is a new sprite, a thinking sprite. Hello. Oh, it kind of looks like he's looking at me, and that's weird. But equally, if they actually encountered an imposter, how did a person come to be in possession of the real inspector's identification? It's the defense of a plausible explanation, Counsel. Yes, he was killed. The whole thing defies explanation. It is for precisely these occasions that we keep meticulous notes in the court record, Mr. Naruhodo. Because there are facts, and the facts cannot lie. No, the facts can't lie. Neither can these hips! Even when they point to something so incredible, it's almost unbelievable. Well, my lord, the true identity of the person who turned up in the park of the Red-Headed League's enrollment is revealed by the information in the court record, I believe. Oh no! Good gracious! Is it a picture? Very... That's very gay of you to say, Kazuma. Leave that for after the court, please. We're doing our jobs at the moment. Come on, man. Leave that for the bedroom. I know you have a way with poetry when we're in bed, but come on, man. Gay shit, Kazuma. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. Very tantalizing, Mr. Naruhodo. So, why don't you help us all to see whatever truth is that you've apparently seen? Who exactly is this inspector that appeared before Mr. DeRisso and Mr. DeRossi? An imposter, come on. I'm gonna save it. It is an imposter, but let me save it. Hi, John! An imposter, sus! Though it seems incredible, I admit, the undeniable fact points to only one thing. Since no bruises can be seen on the victim's neck, the person who these two red-headed men took prisoner that day cannot have been Inspector Gregson. In other words, your whole argument up to now has been a waste of time. Shut the fuck up, man! I'm getting to it! Oh man, what I would have given for him to go like, objection! Shut the fuck up! I'm trying to get to the point, okay? On the fuck, why am I giving a deep voice? On the contrary, I haven't finished. What? Well, that wiped a smile off your face, huh? There's no bruising on the victim's neck, so the question immediately posed next is, who exactly was this man in the park on Lime Street found to be carrying Inspector Gregson's identification? See, that's right. We tell the same story every time. Whoever this man was, the Capo dragged him from a pillar to a post with a dog collar. Mon Dieu, Pepino, it was not so hard as you say, So, who was the false inspector? Who was he? Clearly, the defense has an idea about that. About the true identity of the man who these two imprisoned that night. I must ask the counsel for the defense to elaborate post-haste. Who did the witness... What? What? Oh, wait a minute. I know this is gonna be wrong, and I don't know if it's gonna be like as funny as the first case, but I want to go back on my bullshit because Kazuma's back. I'm gonna blame him for everything. I hope it gives me a funny dialogue, or I'm gonna be sad. Surely nothing, okay? Oh really? On what grounds? Well, I said it was no secret, but that part is. Oh fuck! God damn it! A penalty isn't. No fuck! I deserve that life back. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, John. Oh, thank you also for the poster track. Is it the same for Van Zeeks? I kind of want to try, but I have a very sneaky suspicion it's the same for Van Zeeks. God damn it, it's the same. Fine. Okay, so now I'm wondering if I'm like too forward into this. Because I know that Daily has to have been like part of it somehow. But all evidence points to the fact that it's Gossip because he's the only one with a red mark around his neck as well. But I know Dali, however do you pronounce that, is like the real culprit because it's technically his room. Fine, I'll do the big lip guy first. I was right. I knew I was too many steps ahead of the game. Goodness me, is it that one of the witnesses who was in the stand in this very courtroom earlier today? A nameless man whose only occupation appears to be peddling hearsays to passers-by. What on earth would a street seller be doing with a police inspector's identification papers? Witnesses, is this the man or not? What has happened to his lip? Wait, so he used to look normal? See, this man is not from the red-headed league. He's looking for the twisted lip league, no? Perhaps rather than making such rash claims next time, you should bite your lip instead. Oh! Do you want to bite my lip, Kazuha? It seems improbable, yes, but one undeniable fact remains. During his testimony earlier, I noted something around the man's neck. A red ring of bruising. What? The defense demands that Mr. Gossip be brought back to the stand. Oh, look at that. Order! Bailiff! One thing I kind of wish, because I have been to the wiki just for Shakespeare, because I took the gifts from the wiki to my sub notifications. I wish they had the whole body animations, because I'm kind of sad when you don't see Van Zeek's legs when he does some of his animations, because he does like cross his legs and like does the almost curtsy pose at some of his animations. So I want to do that the same. Bring the aforementioned witnesses back into the courtroom immediately. Oh, it's gonna be a fucking crowd. Jesus Christ. Well, I know. An undeniable ring of bruising indeed. And identical to that of the witnesses beside him. So, what's going on, eh? I've always asked me. It's a birthmark, isn't it? A birthmark, you say? I assume the reason you've been recalled to the stand has been explained to you. Somewhat like the inspector again. I'm telling you, you've got it all wrong as usual. As usual, wow, bitch. You're denying all knowledge of it. Of course I am! Are you trying to kill me with all this nonsense, eh? Well, at least you'll have more stories to peddle back at Fresno Street, won't you? Kazuma, sometimes you're a funny guy. Now, we're going to need you to testify again. And you, Mr. DeRusso and Mr. DeRossi, I'm sure you'll cooperate, won't you? Do we have any choice? We are in a big trouble, eh, couple? That's quite enough dilatory chatter. Proceed with the testimony. So one sec, I need to send that screenshot of very tantalizing Naruhodo to someone else. Got it. The man who claimed to be Inspector Zade was definitely not this man. He's right!
to see. You know, we wouldn't forget these grand lips. I thought that was gonna be like one of the things. Like, they didn't notice fish and chips or anything. I guess, yeah, they wouldn't notice because it wasn't there. Yeah, okay, makes sense. I never leave Fresno Street, alright? I'm no interest in any redhead league. I'm all alone toward me. I have no kinfolk or nothing. Why would I be involved with something like that? Because it got... I mean... Just look at me, eh? Does it look like I would carry off with this guy with a face like this? So I know it's not him. I know it's Dally. Huh. It would certainly appear that we have the wrong man. What have I been telling you? There is no need for this pointless testimony. That's right, I'm just a simple peddler, remember? Fresno Street's all I know. How would I come by a police inspector's identification book, eh? Well, yes, that's hard to explain, but... A brief cross-examination, I think, counsel. Very brief. If only they'll keep it brief. I want it to be a brief one, but they have a million texts to say. Isn't there anyone in this courtroom who thinks I might be onto something? I mean, even I am sorry to you. I have the power of foresight. I know who it is, so I don't think you're onto something either. I stand steadfast by your side as always, Sister Nana. Thank you, Susie. You're the only accomplice I have. Yeah, Kazuma, got something to say? I know you have some funny jokes at the tip of your tongue. You can't just say it because you're professional, you bitch. Okay, fine. So you say, but how can you be quite so certain? There is no need to hands on this method. Surely there is all the use, don't? Because I have never before seen lips like this. Nevertheless, there's a clear red mark around Mr. Gossip's neck. And it looks very much like that left behind the neck on your colleague in your prized collar. Mon Dieu! With your words, it isn't like you try to wring my neck. You want me? Do you want me? Do you want to know how it feels? It does look very much like my neck though, eh? No, this is a birthmark, lad. The biggest slips in London and the neck to die for, eh? They broke the mold when they made me. For the first time in my life, I feel lucky to have been born with red hair. And I thought being Japanese made you stand out in London. So, you maintain that you've never seen this man before. I mean, you've lied before, so... Siska. I swear to it by the flames of me here. So fierce pride has outgrown your frustration with her now, has it? Happy Pride Month! What the fuck is this? Well, yes, I don't imagine I'll forget those lips in a hurry either. That is what I saying for some, this is the wrong cadence for Italian. That is what I am saying. For some reason, it makes me want to eat. How did Fabian call it? An eclair. Oh, he calls it Fabian. You know, what are you doing? Why are you doing a chicken dance? I've never seen a hair as black as yours before eat. What? Surely there are people in London that have black hair. Likewise, I've never seen red hair like yours until I came to Britain. See, maybe it's a national trait, huh? Maybe all the people from this immense country have grand lips. Now, lad, I was born right here in Fresno Street, and I've never left. Hoofa, that is a problem, see. So you definitely didn't go to the park on Live Street that day, Mr. Gossip. Nah, How many times do you want me to say it, eh? So, you'd heard. Oh yeah, there's also another thing that kind of made me think. Because to get those like huge firecrackers, it was fairly expensive, right? Like 600 pence. I don't know the conversion rates of that. Like, what is that to dollars? And like only someone that's wealthy could do that, as well as the room. Like they said it was expensive, but like ugly, or something like that. So it really is just a crime that can be committed by someone who has the money, which makes sense for which definitely ties in with what the wife said about how they live comfortably and stuff like that. You don't get a name like Gossip for nothing, eh? It's my business to know what's going off in town. I saw the tasty tits. To be fair, few redheads that came past me. But just between us, I even got sad when you go up for it. Well, it does have very red nose if it counts. Oh, people. Who knows? But as you can see, my air's not got rid of it. And in any case, Fresno Street's my patch. You won't catch me sliding off those other parts of town. Oh my god! His voice! It was like the very, like, the voice that cracks, kind of voice. Oh no! Yeah, you got something to say, sir? Mr. De Rousseau! Can I help you? Did Mr. Gossip's word just now lead you to remember something relevant, perhaps? It was the other day when I was working for a place near the park, a small house or something. To be the headquarters of your red-headed league, yes. I visited an housing agent on Lime Street and there I saw him. This man was paying money to the agent. Huh. What? Mr. Gossip? With a housing agent? He had some kind of contract in his hand and they were clearly discussing terms. But, no, you're mistaken, chum. I've never left Fresco Street, but like I said before, yeah, I was gonna say, why did you mention this like every other time? All your testimonies, they were like, I never misplaced a lip like him. I've never said a lip like him. But then now you're saying you saw him like the other day? Guys. You're mistaking me for someone else. Someone with the same face. No, the capo is right. I remember it too. Could you stop that? He was a paying man with the banknotes. With notes. Like I said, that wasn't me. I was curious why this man with the dirty clothes had such a much money. So I looked at the name of the papers. And what name was written? Mr. Gossip? No, it is a man. He lies. He tells you that he has an old name. There's no way, right? That doesn't happen to the same person. But like the hair is throwing me off. Why does he have like the same swirls as these two? But in fact, his name is a Hugh Bone. It's better than Mr. Gossip, I think. See? No! Oh god, I think I just passed out. I think he was hit in the face. I'm a peddler of tits for information, like I said, on Fresno Street. That's that. I don't much like folks talking about my personal life. Indeed.
and it is not the intention of the court to invade the privacy of witnesses. Very well, I shall respect your wishes, sir. The aforementioned name shall be redacted from all court records of this trial, assuming no objections. Objection! I'm sorry, my lord, but the defense does object. Because the name just mentioned has a very deep significance in this case. Good gracious! Do you similarly object, Prosecutor Asogi? As it happens, my lord, that particular name has already been mentioned during today's proceedings. Well, I never! In what capacity? Hugh Boone is the name of the leaseholder of the room. Let me put this very simply. The victim's body was discovered in your rented room. I suggest, sir, that you start talking. I kind of like that. For some reason, I don't know why. It's just probably my eyes again. Or like, my little meow meow eyes. But the fact that he has to lean over the desk to like to emphasize his words, very cute in comparison to Vans. Also guys, I was gonna say, I had a dream last night. Or well, not last night, earlier. Like I don't know if it was a dream or some of my illusions coming into my dreams, but imagine because we still haven't gotten to Strongheart yet. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like the last villain. So Van Zeeks is gonna be acquitted in this case, and he just like takes back the prosecution, and Kazuma is back to being his apprentice. But like there's gonna be banter about like, I must admit, my apprentice does sloppy work, and like that kind of banter. Imagine I would absolutely just perish on the spot if that happened. Well, all right. I suppose that might be the case. Hey, Choco, that's scary. Why would you say that like that? Ass up, guy gets pegged. So, your real name is Hugh Boone. Boone. Well, just between us, I don't like to blow my own trumpet, but there's no finer peddler of tits in town. So hey, I happen to be able to afford a grubby little room in a falling down backstreet townhouse. Sloppy? You do? And once every 6 months, I go and pay the rent to the agent in Lime Street. Hey, I remember now. There were 2 vulgar redheads in last time. Hey, if either of us is a vulgar, it's not to me. Zing again, Pipino. Why didn't you bring this up before? Perjury! It's like I told you already. I don't like talking about my personal life. It's a tidbit, but it's a tid peddler. As far as everyone else is concerned, no fuss. You will update your testimony to include the most surprising revelation, Mr. Boone. Okay, so technically we have, what, 4 people who have committed perjury now in this case alone? If I must. So, the leaseholder, Scotland Yard, has been looking for since the body was discovered, has been here under our noses all along. Hey, I read the rumor a fellow found it. So, you live in the room presumably, do you? No, I don't live there. What do you think? There's no bed, is there? Just a desk. Then, why would you want to rent it? Well, I don't think I should have to say, really. You really do. Asagi, help! Then, how about the notice board in there? Which was covered from top to bottom in confidential documents only the police should have access to. No, that board's not mine. The inspector must have brought it along.
It's only the other tidbits and bobs that belong to me. The desk, the chair, and that.
People don't generally carry enormous notice boards around with them. The real question is, why is Inspector Gregson killed there in your room?
Yeah, like that alone should make people way more suspicious of him. What the fuck? Well, obviously, I have not the faintest idea. I mean, it's causing me no end of bother, to be honest.
It seemed to me that Mr. Mr. Boone would rather as little is known about him in this room as possible for some reason. Yes, it does come across that way, and more importantly, knowing that the scene of the crime is actually his room completely changes things. In particular, there's one part of his testimony that's really bothering me now. That's how I'm finally going to undo this man. That's also... I feel like I also should press this because my idea of how this is going to go is I'm gonna have to present this picture to tie in this guy with the murder or the room or what have you. But I still have this. I do still have this. Right away. And this is gonna be like proof or something to dismissal notice. Van Zig's guide me to the light! Van Zig's, help me! I'll just press this just in case, because it might be like the contradiction I need to like present that picture. I just really want to get to the point, man. I mean, you have no family. No, not at all. So I spent my days in Fresno Street peddling tits to passers-by. Hoping, just between us, this is, that eventually someone with lips like mine will come along. Oh. I don't think so. You may be right. Anyway, that mark on your neck is just too much of a coincidence for us to ignore. Well, that's what's found to do then, eh? If you don't believe me, then we're at an impasse. And there's nothing I can do but flick my lip. Ew, don't do that! Looks like I'm not going anywhere here unless I can produce some proof. You're basically saying I got dressed up and posed as a fast inspector, aren't ya? Well, that's beyond me. How you think I could do that? I mean, that's also true. I don't know why I have to press it, but it's the last one anyway. Maybe you could say, with a mustache or a beard to cover up that lip. Oh shit, there was another burp. God, I had beef steak before before the stream. Isn't that a throwback to the first case? Perhaps. But if I was going to stick some fake facial hair to cover up this fine specimen, I'd end up looking like his lordship over there, wouldn't you? Wouldn't I? Oh god. You're gonna take that lying down, Judge? Pardon? I assure you my lips are entirely unremarkable. Wanna find out? Moves his mustache away, gives him a little kiss on the lips. And I would ask you not to cast such scrutinizing looks in my direction, Counsel. Ryanosuke, no! Ah, sorry, my lord. My imagination got the better of me there. Well, Inspector Gregson did wear a mustache. Of course. You're right, he did. So, perhaps he was hiding something himself. He could barely have hidden a crumb in a mustache of that size. And anyway, the detective we spoke of had no official heir at all. See, the capo is right. He was a clean shaven. Certainly seems beyond the realms of possibility that this would have disguised himself as the victim. Hey, it does and it is. I guess that's my... Almost would have had his form to disguise. I have nevertheless the mark in the novel. Identical to the one that Mr. DeRosa suffered, yes, that's true. But why does this guy's idea just keep playing? Am I too? Am I once again too far into this case? Because now I'm kinda laser focusing on the fact that I knew it's like the vigil. I'm not saying the vigils, the vigil. And it makes sense to me to present that picture that was found. Wait, let me just read that. Fuck, no, go back. No, well, there's something like this. And the picture says, is description. It was found in the desk in the scene of the crime. Okay, so that sounds contradictory. If you have no kinfolk, as you put it, then explain why it is that among the spare furnishings, we found this photograph in a room. Ah! I presume, as you've been renting the room, that this photograph belongs to you, does it not? Oh, well... Mr. Boone, drop the pretense and tell the court exactly who you really are. Ooh, I like this sound. It's very nice. I don't know what you mean. I'm a peddler. I keep telling you so. You really don't need to bother me with me. Please, just leave it alone. As the man says, leave it alone. Whatever the truth is about this man's life, it has no bearing on this case. Because it's simply not possible that he impersonated Inspector Gregson. How could you be so sure? Just look at the man! No amount of disguise could ever hide those unmissable features. I love how eloquently you put that, Kazuma. But what if we were to look at this the other way around? What do you mean? Yes, Counsel, what do you mean? Well, there's no denying that Mr. Boone's lip is very prominent indeed, much less tact than Kazuma. But considering the possibility that his prominent lip is itself part of an elaborate disguise, oh god, please. Oh my god, are you really telling me that this man is disguising himself as this? I mean, they are kind of like a similar head shape, I guess. It could have put on a cleft chin. Oh, it was a hair. I fucking knew the hair was bothering me. Then, oh shit, why did Brodowski get his voice? Then, hiding the prominent features, in other words, revealing his true face, would make an undeniable, impenetrable disguise. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Hugboat? Oh, look at Chinoski! So cute! Ah! Ah! Good. What this? Are you still hiding the truth from this court? If that's a disguise, then underneath it, his true identity must be. Yes, that's right. There's really only one person he could really be. My lord, the defense believes it can reveal Mr. Boone's true identity to the court. No, please, no. Very well, counsel. What is the true identity of this peddler who goes... I'm gonna do it again. Whenever they give me a chance to present a person, I'm going to fuck with Kazuma because fuck him. He's been doing with me all trial. Hey Kazuma, isn't it true that you're the one in the witness stand right now? Heavens above, that's really not much of an extrapolation to say. Okay, what do you have to say? That's what you think. Then why don't you put on some fake lips and try living in a street peddler yourself? Yeah! Walk right into that one. I would... Wait. Before we do this, I don't mind losing another life because I'm gonna load it anyway. I know it's gonna be... Is it the same if I present it as Van Zeeks? Listen. I have... Okay. Ah, it's the same. God damn it, Kazuma, give me unique dialogue, you piece of shit. Just like the old time back in Japan. Fine. That's the sad looking dude. It's really good though. What the fuck? How did that happen? Your real name is actually Mr. Vigil, isn't it? Mr. Daily Vigil? Yeah! I don't recall that name, Counsel. Who is this Mr. Vigil? It's a name I encountered yesterday, my lord. It has to do with a certain client of Mr. Herlock Sholmes. A young gentlewoman came to the detective asking him to locate her missing husband. The woman in this photograph, in fact. This is Mrs. Vigil. What? From what I understand, you haven't returned home since the night before the inspector was found dead. But, of course, on that night, you were being held captive by the two red-headed league men. And last night, you were put up by the prosecution service in preparation for testifying in this trial. Because we'd been led to believe that you, Miss Venus, and Mr. Sandwich were all homeless. Being important witnesses in the case, we needed to know where we would find you, of course. And that explains why you've not only been unable to return home, but also unable to contact your wife, who's been beside herself in worry, waiting for you at the Vigil residence. Now, hold on a minute. I don't know what I'm talking about, really. And it's simple enough to confirm my suspicions. He goes up to the witness stand, pulls at his lips. It's real. He's just looking. And we have to do it. All we have to do is pull off that disguise. No, please. Bailiff, bring soap, sponge, and a wash bowl at once. Mr. DeRusso and Mr. DeRossi, you will restrain the witness. What? Oui, my lord. Si, my lords. No, stop! Get off! Don't! That's fucking funny. I love that they were an instrument to that. There we go. Finally I have you. Oh, Jesus. I kind of feel sorry for the guy when I first looked at him. It's really a sad guy. Well, we are now seeing your true features, I presume. No, there's another mask underneath his Van Zeeks. Oh wow, a change of clothes and everything, holy shit. Lift your head, sir, so the court can see your face. Oh man, I kind of feel sorry for the dude. Man, he just has his sad eyes. It would appear the defense counsel's assertion was entirely correct. This has all been a very elaborate deception. So, witness, tell the court, have you seen this man before? I don't believe it, but... See! There is no question. Oh, this is the inspector we saw in the port. I kind of feel bad. He has like a kicked puppy face. I know he's like probably the real murderer, but aww. Extraordinary. He's just a little man. On the day of the Red-Headed League's enrollment, the man claiming to be Inspector Gregson who appeared before Mr. DeRusso and Mr. DeRossi in the park was you, disguised as the inspector, or rather, was you, posing as the inspector in no disguise at all. Mr. Vigil was formally employed as a chief warder at Barclay Prison. The chief warder? Then your career had promise. Why would you quite possibly have become the future governor of the prison? What on earth have you been doing, peddling tittle-tattle from Fresno Street? Well, it's been 10 years since Mr. Vigil worked at the prison. 10 years? Isn't that prominent because of aha? I'm really dreadfully sorry about all this. Yes, it's true. I'm Daily Vigil. And you were the chief warder at Barclay Prison 10 years ago. Yeah, you know what that means. So, where did Mr. Hugh Boone come from? Boone is the other me. It's a name I invented. Well, evidently, there's a great deal under the surface here. I'll explain everything. I'll tell you just how wretched my life has become. I mean, yeah, sure, we would want to know more about what happened 10 years ago. As I say, it was 10 years ago now that my employment at Barclay Chief Warder came to an end. Having left the prison service, I searched for some new occupation by which to earn a wage. But times were hard in London, and I found no suitable engagement at all. And in desperation one day, I turned my hand to selling wares at Fresno Street. Oh man. But your wife appears to know nothing of this. She still maintains that you are the chief warder at Barclay Prison. I was utterly determined that my wife should not know of my failings, which is why I've never told her. I opened an account at the bank under the name of Hugh Boone and rented the cheapest room I could find on Fresno Street, the scene of the very crime we're investigating. Yes, that's right. A place from which I would emerge every morning at 8 as a squalid peddler. Really, man? I mean... and transform myself back every evening at 5 into a well-dressed man about town before returning home. That quickly became my daily routine. I was puzzled by the lack of furniture in the room. But that explains it. But why on earth didn't you just tell us this in the first place? I had a wife, sir, and 2 sons. Oh no. And without wishing to sound self-conceited, they regard me with some pride. I couldn't bring myself to disappoint them. So instead, you decided to conceal your occupation from them. Yes. I've made such a terrible mess of everything. Still, one thing that doesn't add up. No matter how many tits of information you could sell at passing gentlemen, even a 6pence apiece, you couldn't hope to match the salary you must have commanded as chief warder at the prison. Very true. To have kept your family in comfort despite 10 years of somewhat misbegotten employment. That was all thanks to Inspector Gregson. Oh? What? Inspector Gregson? What on earth? It was some years ago after I invented Boone and began my other life as a street seller. He, the inspector, that is, recognized me one day. Do you mean to say the victim was an acquaintance of yours? I knew him from time working in the prison. Oh. When he saw what I'd become, he was deeply troubled for me and my family. And from that day forward, He visited me on Fresno Street with increasing regularity. Then, one day, what the hell is that animation? He asked me if I could carry out a secret assignment for him. A secret assignment? What was it? I was to... What are you doing? Impersonate the inspector. Huh. What? What? Impersonate him? We always met in that little room so the inspector could brief me.
Visit Orksey tomorrow and take a statement for the proprietress.
There were always something along those lines. Surveillance works, interviewing people. On those occasions, he would lend me his identification so people would believe who I was. My instructions were to make an impression, to let people know that Inspector Gregson had been at work. And for those services, he compensated me financially.
The Scotland Yard inspector willingly relinquishes your identification into your care with intent to deceive? That, as I'm sure I need not point out, is a various criminal offense. It's a very serious criminal offense.
But why? What was the point of you impersonating him? I truthfully do not know. All I can say is that the inspector warned me on numerous occasions.
Now remember, Vigil, I need your solemn word. You don't blab about this to anyone, alright? Ever. Even if, well, if I end up a croaker. Well...
In time, he started to bring papers with him to the room as well. It became something of a second office for him.
Oh, come on now. I'll feel bad if he's actually the murderer then.
Wait, actually,
there's only one other guy that we know of. I don't think, with that kind of story, I don't think he's the murderer now. So I'm switching my blame to him! But that would be so sad. Like, literally every person from 10 years ago that these two visited are now, like, behind bars if he eventually becomes one. Because there's Dr. Seath and him that's close to Mikotoma. I think, okay, now I'm switching gears and saying that he's the one who killed Gregson because Gregson was digging up what happened to the professor 10 years ago. And clearly it's like, that case is that incident is incredibly sloppy. So something must have gone wrong there. So, in fact, the person who declared himself to be Inspector Gregson at the park in Lime Street was really... Yes, it was me, acting under the inspector's orders. As usual, I removed my blue disguise, and then went as instructed to the park, armed with the inspector's identification book. It never occurred to me that the bruise on my neck might have given me away. This is a mess of a trial. Well, it would seem that his confession completely destroys the defense's... Guys, oh my god! I'm gonna fucking choke you. I'm the one who's gonna give you a neck bruise. Explain yourself, Prosecutor Asoldi. My learned friend's assertion was as follows. The victim was killed at another location on that day before his corpse was discovered. At the hands of these two red-headed league men with the imprisoned inspector. Oh! He's just a delicate piece of paper of a man. He can't even slap the fucking table. Oh my god, he's a bottom. He gets pegged by his wife for sure.
I'm sorry I claimed that you were the murderer. But no, that can't be.
Listen! Choco! Maybe I like pathetic men a little too much, okay? Just saying. Stop! You're gonna hurt yourself, sir.
After all, it wasn't the inspector who went to the park that day. It was me.
Oh, goodness. Finally, we have clarity. We had nothing to do with the murder of the inspector. And merci, monsieur de la defense, for proving it. Well, ah!
Order! Indeed, it would appear that we have reached the de facto conclusion of sorts. These witnesses had no involvement in the murder of the victim. As proven, somewhat ironically, by the defense. I hereby call an end to the cross-examination. That was a soggy. Pardon me, my lord, but with your permission...
Eat the music!
It really is just a mix of Samurai with a Mission with Van Zeke's theme, huh? Jesus Christ.
He's going to defeat me.
I would like to pose one further question to the witness. Kazuma? What question, counsel? It concerns the events of 10 years ago.
Not in this trials. I don't think that's how it works, Kazuma.
I believe you would have been present at the very significant execution that was carried out at the time. 10 years ago. The execution of the professor. Genshin Impact. I want to know exactly what your involvement was.
You could have just asked me, Asagi. I have the papers for it.
Oh. Answer me, man.
Oh, shit. He's very delicate. Asagi, no. Be gentle with him. He needs words of encouragement and gentle coaxing.
One moment, counsel. Is this related to the current case?
Mm-hmm.
Naturally. It is the prosecution's belief that this case and the events of 10 years ago are inextricably linked.
Does the defense concur, counsel? Anything for my boyfriend?
Kazuma.
You're not yourself. You're not as calm and collected as usual. I would know.
Poor Kazuma-sama. No wonder he's acting this way. Mr. Vigil's memories of what happened 10 years ago would tell the tale of Genshin Impact's last moment, his own father. I know. I do understand that, but even so... Prosecutor Asogi. Do you genuinely believe that this question requires an answer in order to learn the truth behind Inspector Gregson's death? I need you to trust me. Please. Anything for you if you beg more. Beg more, please. Very well. Then the defense has no objection. Oh, that's the verse. I see. In that case, you will answer the question, witness. Is this a lawyer appreciation stream? No, this is me trying to get on with the prosecution stream.
Hi, Anne. Hello.
The truth is, I remember very little of that time. You're forgotten.
How you doing? I'm fine. I overslept though. The weather here is finally kinda getting cooler. So naturally that means that like I just sleep more. I think I slept for like a good 10 hours.
Wait, no, not even. Because I woke up close to 11, so I think I suffered like 11 hours, dude. I'm sorry to say, yes. As I said, I resigned from my role at the prison 10 years ago. But for some particular reason, my memory of the events leading up to that moment is extremely hazy. Kazuma, does that not strike you as strange, Mr. Naruhodo? Sorry? Well, 10 years ago, 10 years is a long time, but I have forgotten the reason why he left, such an important job. We're getting out of the heat. Oh no, Dark, are you at, is your place still hot as well? Well, the weather here is kind of jump and go. Sometimes it's hot, the other day it's cold. It's stupid here. Yes, you're right. And not only that, Mr. Vigil's claim contradicts what we already know. The human spirit is a fragile thing. It's broken all too easily. Which is why we have a tendency to wrap it up for protection. Is that coming from experience, Kazuma? Oh, well, I was gonna say, oh, that's so great, but also, oh no, I hope you're gonna get well soon, but at least you have days off. So it's kind of, oh my god, oh, that's tragic, Darth. Actually, for us as well, like, I don't think we've had even like a minute of the AC being turned off this whole summer. It is so hot. And sometimes even when the AC is on, it's still hot, so I can't imagine what it's like with it off. Oh my god, I hope you get well soon then, and I don't know what hay fever is actually. I don't know what that entails. Sorry, the human spirit. Oh, an allergy. It's an allergy. Oh no, rip. Ooh, I've never gotten a fever over an allergy before. Shit. Can't imagine. That sounds like horrible. I'm afraid I don't understand what you mean. When experience pain and suffering that we feel unable to bear, we block it out, obliterate it from our memories, seal it away. Are you speaking from memory or experience? But it never truly leaves us. We are about to shock this man into remembering. If the seal is broken, the memories resurface. Just like with you, do we show him his dead father as well, my guy? And when they do, that fragile spirit may finally be crushed. Whoa, we're gonna give someone a mental breakdown in court. Thank you so much for the hydrate! And the poster check, thank you. I mean, breakdowns are a thing in Ace Attorneys, but this sounds more serious. But I really don't... Kazuma-sama. But if it must be crushed, then so be it, because the truth will not stay buried. It's coming out, one way or another. Happy Pride Month, everyone! The truth came out! Right, now I understand. It's clear what his intentions are. He means to expose the truth at any cost. Perhaps if I pointed out the contradiction in what Mr. Vigil claimed earlier, it might cause some crucial memories to return to him. But should I? Should I present the evidence or not? Definitely! I have no idea how this is going to go. But this is the court of law, and I have a duty to pursue the truth. Mr. Vigil, I'd like you to take a look at this. Evidence that clearly contradicts your version of events. Yeah, dismissal. I'm just gonna save it. Just gonna save. very obviously the answer, but just a few moments ago, you made the following statement. I resigned from my role at the prison 10 years ago. Well, yes. In other words, you claim to have left the post of chief warder of your own volition. Well, yes, of course. Why? Tell me. Do you remember seeing this document before? No, I don't. This is a dismissal notice ordering the immediate termination of a prison staff member's employment. A dismissal notice. And the name of the notice is yours, Mr. Vigil. What? Oh, it's mine! So you didn't resign from the prison service at all. For some reason, you were dismissed as chief warder from Barclay. No, there's been some mistake. I'm sure. Oh, poor guy. I'm sure I tendered my resignation. The dismissal notice is nonsense. Oh no, he's gonna pass out. Isn't it? If you were forcibly dismissed, there must have been good reason. Certainly, clearly, you did something. Mr. Vigil, it's time to break the seal and have you remember. I have no idea why that fucking scroll pulling thing makes it so funny for me. According to the few remaining records, the final execution that you supervised was on 17th June 10 years ago. And on that day, something very serious took place at Barclay Prison. The 17th of June? Was that the professor's execution? Professor? As you were the chief warder at the time, it stands to reason that you would have been present throughout the proceedings. It does sound familiar. The Vigil is suited. And yet, that execution never took place. The convict, ostensibly executed earlier that day, later re-emerged from his grave. The convict came back to life. In the cemetery in the middle of the night, there was a witness. However, the witness claims that a moment after he saw the convict clambering out of his grave, a gunshot rang out over his shoulder, and the bullet pierced the professor's chest, killing him instantly. Those may have been the professor's actual last moments. Yes. Oh god, that is so creepy. Dude, are you okay? Do we need a medic? Seeing as you were in charge of overseeing executions at the time, you must know the truth of what really happened. It's in your head, somewhere deep down. Are you just gonna say it though? Well, Chief Warder of Daily Vigil, I know there are memories in your head that can explain what happened on 17th June 10 years ago. And now it's time for you to drag them up. Happy Pride Month. Oh no. Mr. Vigil. Are we allowed to do this? Yes. The whole prison. It was complete chaos. Oh god. Oh man, he is a million miles away. the prisoner escaped. He was killed at the cemetery. Oh, so he escaped and then just hid in one of the graves? The shocking news ripped through Barclay like a hurricane. What? What? That is state secrets. Order! Order! Shows men kissing. How does this make you feel? Happy Pride Month! Do you mean to say, Mr. Vigil, that your memories of the time have returned? My head, it's like some floodgates have been opened. The images, the screams. Oh, my goodness. Man, this part is hard, right? Oh, man. Oh, man. The papers. There were reports, articles, about a man who'd seen a ghost. Yes, Enoch Drebber. But surely those reports were exaggerated. There were traces at the scene. Traces? Traces of what? In Logate Cemetery, the plot number 139. Blood. Lots of blood. That's where the man was buried, of course. Obviously, something terrible had happened there. The depths of conspiracy and depravity from which this tale is emerging are quite staggering. I've reviewed the police records from the time extensively, and a thorough investigation was conducted by Scotland Yard to ascertain how the convict managed to escape in the first place. And the conclusion reached by the investigating team was that a member of the prison staff must have been involved. Are you suggesting that the prison warder abetted the man's bid for freedom? Oh God, oh dear, oh God, someone help this man. Yes, I was suspected of doing it. Of using that mass murderer's execution as a way to help him escape. Oh, but you didn't. You did what? I remember now. The horror of it all coming back to me. Oh God, I thought it was like spinning faster for some reason. One evening, a few days after the execution, some detectives came to the prison. Oh no, it is spinning faster. Oh no! I was called to the governor's office at the top of the watchtower. Oh no. He has an axe on his head! Oh, I'm sorry, Taylor. This is a serious business, but I cannot help you know. As chief order, you are responsible for overseeing the execution of 4, eh? Jeez, I got fast. Well, it seems the fellas at Scotland Yard want to have a few words with you. With you about it. About it. You'd better pack your things, laddie. You're to attend in person. Oh no, it's going faster. As soon as you told me that, my mind just went completely blank. And the next thing I knew, his dick was put through the guillotine! The professor, fuck, I didn't read that. And I let him escape. I'm finished. My life. It's over! He jumped. Oh God. Ah! Oh no! Oh no! Is no one worried? I love how they did not react once at all. Order! Bailiff, fetch a doctor at once! I love Susanta's face there. Court is adjourned for today with immediate effect.
ミテルモン氏は意識を失い、その日の審理は中断された。またしても呪いのように浮かび上がる殺人鬼の影。
Yeah.
バンジークス卿ミテルモン氏アソーギそしてグレグソン刑事彼らを縛りつける重い鎖は過去からの闇を引きずっているそこに光をもたらす奇跡はもうそこまで迫っていた
Yeah, I was expecting it. I've been debating if I should like do one of the long ones here. Because it's only been 2 hours and 30 minutes. But I don't know. I have no idea how I should pace this. I kind of want to talk with friends about it and how I should do it. Because at the moment, I feel like that was good. That was a good stopping point, all things considered, with that man, to be honest. And I for sure know I want to leave the next part to tomorrow because they just said court is adjourned for tomorrow, so it's gonna be a next investigation scene. Oh, okay. So yeah, I'll leave that for tomorrow then. Yeah, it says investigation right now. So this one's gonna be pretty long. And investigations usually take 4 hours for me for some fucking reason. Also, I hope you guys aren't hearing the fucking dogs that are outside just barking their heads off. Yeah, oh man! The fucking story thickens. Thickens. Okay, I'll take your guys' words for it then. We'll stop here. And I guess a long stream tomorrow? I want do we we do, but I don't actually oh man, I'll have to find it again. Alright, Dosh, you weren't there yesterday, but hello. I'll look for the one Ben sees where he's more dressed down and I'll show that everyone next stream. But yeah, the plot thickens like milk. No, not like milk, but what was that? My brain is fried. I just woke up. But yeah, okay, let's leave that there for today. I'm so excited for the rest of this case. And apparently it is the last case. So I don't know, will I be able to finish it this week? If I like do double of the cases next time? I don't know. So we'll have to see. I'll have to like also ask friends about that. But for now, I will once again attempt to make it to my usual. Oh, not this week? Oh, okay. I'll keep that noted then. I won't be able to finish it this week. Okay. Okay. Ah, man. Sorry, my nose. Once again, I will try to make it at my usual streaming time. I will hopefully not oversleep again. God! And thank you everyone who dropped by for the stream. It was very, very fun. And I will see you all again tomorrow. Same time, same place. Hopefully, quotation marks. Okay, that's a bit sad to you folks, but okay, I'll be waiting for you to come back then. Hope to see you soon too. Are you going to be busy with cons again? Oh, man, no, sorry. I barely drank from my cup. I will see you all tomorrow. And also, if anyone isn't following my like Twitter account, the one I have linked here, you should probably, because that's usually where I would post like any updates. I literally, the moment I woke up and I look at the time, I posted on my thing I'm going to be late and I am so sorry. Okay then, let us continue this tomorrow. I wonder what we'll find out considering we just had that big ass revelation. Oh, okay. Yeah, get that bag, sis. Oh my god. Thank you, CFOs. Okay, and sorry, my nose. That is goodbye for me now. Bye bye, Janne.